Hi guys, this is my NHL 14 GM mode with the Sounds and Sharks. This is my, I believe, fourth or fifth GM mode, and this is by far the best, just by the way of players that we have. So it doesn't look that way because we lost our first two games. First game was a tough loss with Antiniemi not playing the best, but we lost that game. It was really close to the end, and Coyotes another one that came down to the end. Um, we lost this game, but we had Tim Thomas as our backup, and he just couldn't do enough to get us the win. But let's just look at the rosters now. This team looks really just. I've done this a lot, but I really think this team does have a lot of upside. The players we have Jeff Skinner, Logan Couture, and Vladimir Tarasenko as our three first liners. Jeff Skinner we got in a trade, 21 years old, 4.5 stars. We have him for 6 years, 5.7 mil cap hit, very fast. He's pretty good physically. He's a great puck skills, great shooting, great hockey sense. Just a good all-around player. And for 6 years, he's a really good player. Logan Couture, originally on the team, who's now the captain since we traded Joe Thornton away. 24 years old, 4.5 stars. 4.5 stars. We have him for 6 years again, 5.4. Another fast player, great shooter, great puck skills, more physical, great hockey sense, and more defensive. Just a really good player, great playmaker. Um, He's done. We only played 2 games, but I see him doing really good for the team. And finally, Vladimir Tarasenko, uh, great shooter, great skating, great puck skills, good physically, good hockey sensing, again, good defensive. Only 21 years old, 4.5 stars. Have him for 2 years. He's an RFA, so we do have the rights, and he's only getting paid 1.7. Great player. Is also a great prospect. He's only 21 years old, and he can get better. His overall can go up. He's only an 83. He can go up. He can go up to a high 80. You have Brent Burns, Joe Pavelski, Magnus PRV, who we got on a trade. 4 stars, 22 years old. Another RFA that we paid 1.2. Not bad. Good second liner. Good skater. Good shooting. Okay. Pretty good physically. Good puck skills. Just a good player. That's a good second liner. Could even play third line if he. That's because we also have Nathan Gerby who could play second line. 4 stars. Same thing. 26 years old. We have him for 1 year. He's a UFA, so I think I'm gonna re-sign him unless you guys say I shouldn't. You guys let me know. And he's pretty good shooting, but he's really fast. He's only 5'7", which does hurt him physically. But he's pretty good defensively, pretty good hockey sense, and pretty good puck skills. Really good puck skills. Um, yeah, that's Nathan Gerby. We have Tyler Kennedy, who was already on the team. Damian Brunner, who we signed. He's not gonna get any better, but he's 4 stars. Good shooter, good skater, good puck skills. 27 years old. We signed him for 2 years, 2.5. It's like a bridge contract. So if he does better, I'm gonna give him maybe another 2 years. It depends. Maybe it just depends how he does. Not a bad signing. Then I had to move Rafi Torres to the fourth line because he's a grinder, and I want my fourth line to be more tough. That's why you have James Shepard and Tommy Wingles. Wingles can also play third line. That's the thing about this team that's good. I have a lot of players that can go up and down. We don't have any solid lines. Brent Burns can play third line. He can even go back to D. He's a really strong player. Tarasenko can go down. PRV can go to the third line. Gerb can go up. Wingles can go up. Kennedy can even go up. Even if we trade Pavelski, because I might even trade him. And the same thing with the D. We have Dan Boyle, who I want to get rid of, but I bring some veteran presence. He's only 3.5 stars, but he's not going to get any better. But he's a good skater, and he has a good shot, and he's a great defenseman. 37 years old. We have him for 1 year. Huge cap hit at just over 6 mil, but I'd rather just take it. He's the only offensive defenseman we have on this team, but it's not bad. Then we have Justin Braun, our defensive defenseman, good skater though, and he has a great shot. Scored 2 goals and went bar down. 26 years old. The only difference between him and Boyle seems to be that he can get better. He's only 3.5 stars gold. He could get better. 26 years old, have 2 years. Not bad. I might even sign him if he does do good. If he has a good year this year and maybe even like an okay year next year, I think I'm gonna resign him. And that's what we like. And then we got Roma Polak in the deal too. 27 years old, 3.5 stars. Can't get any better, but he's good physically, good defenseman, has a good shot. Have him for 3 years. I took him in the deal 2.7, just like eating a little bit of his contract when I tried acquiring him from the Blues, and I think it's working out. Then I put Tarasenko on the power play because it makes sense to put on the power to give him some more playing time because he can get better. I want to get some more minutes. And I put Brent Burns as a D in the first line because he can play D. He's usually when he plays he's that third one back. Even though he's a power forward, he stays back. So it's really like I have four forwards on the power play, even five because Dan Boyle is offensive. So it's like we have all forwards in that, which is really good. And Burns, just because he's a forward doesn't mean he can't play D. He's very physical. That's the power play. The penalty kill, same thing. Brent Burns might have to get maybe a little more physical. I can have Rafi Torres. And this was the thing another thing with the Sharks, they didn't have any backup goalies. Just had Niemi, who I kind of did want to trade because Corey Crawford was a free agent, UFA, and he's 2 years younger than Niemi. But he didn't. They were both the same thing, both 4 stars. They can't get better. But I have Niemi for 2 years, 3.4, not that bad. I just needed a backup, so I signed Tim Thomas, who was 4 stars but 39. Signed him to a 1-year deal. If he does good, maybe I might sign him for another year, or maybe I promote someone within. It depends. It really just depends on this team. It's a good team, and I hope we can get better. And the minors, so this is our weak point. We only have Freddie Hamilton and Brody Reed. The highest potential on the minors so far with 2.5 stars. Green, and you only have him for 1 year. He's an RFA. So next year we have a lot of RFAs and players with 1-year contracts, but hopefully we can just fix it. That's pretty much it. I do have Stalock and Sateri, and I think it's either one of these guys. If they have a good year, they can get promoted easily to be a backup behind Yemi. So if they have a really good year, I'm gonna just bring them up. As I said, Logan Couture is the captain. This video is just showing you how the team's running so far. You guys can tell me what players should I get in the AHL, what players will make the team better. Maybe I can trade Pavelski. Who can I trade Pavelski for? It's all up to you guys. Everything I wanted to show you, the stats pretty much is the same thing. Nothing happened. We only played 2 games. Dan Boyle and Justin Braun lead the team in points with 3 points each. As you can see, both scored 2 goals. It's nothing that big yet. Hopefully we can change that and get better. As you can see, just 3 points for both Boyle and Braun. It's a little bit weird having our 2 defensemen leading the team in points, even though we have so many good forwards. But that's how it goes. It's only 2 games in. Next thing I want to show you is how we got those players. Right over here in transaction, I got Skinner and PRV and Tarasenko. We got Ryan Murphy and Gerby all in the draft day, and I realized that the draft this year wasn't the biggest and wasn't the greatest, so I just wanted to get rid of the players. I wanted to get rid of the big salary players like Joe Thornton and Marlowe and Havlat. Just wanted to get rid of them so we can free up some cap space. And this team didn't have any prospects, and now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 already with Skinner, Murphy, Tarasenko, and PRV. So it's good. And I gave it the first round pick because as I said before, the draft wasn't really that big this year. Next year it's gonna get a little better with Aaron Ekblad. And again, I just want to say scouting is very important in this game. It wasn't before, but now it really is because it judges the potential. If you're not paying attention to scouting players, you're gonna draft something with no potential, and that's gonna hurt you in the long run because you're just going to be drafting guys that are 2 stars. When if you keep scouting them throughout the year, you can make them into green, 5 star, 4.5 star, even gold 4.5 star. You just never know. So scouting is very important in this game, which I like, I enjoy. But anyways, we traded Joe Thornton and the first round pick to the Carolina Hurricanes for Jeff Skinner, Ryan Murphy, Nathan Gerbe. Just because Joe Thornton's trade value was so big, so high, I felt that I can squeeze in Gerbe and Murphy, and plus I threw in the first round pick, so it did help. So it was really good. Skinner's and Murphy are really young, and we needed a young D, and that's why we got Murphy. And Gerbe's just a third line player that can play the second line, and it was a really good deal. I think it was fair. I'm surprised it went through, but it was a good move. And then we traded Patrick Marleau, Marty Havlat, and 2D to the St. Louis Blues for Vladimir Tarasenko, Magnus PRV, and 2 other players. Roma Polak was involved in that deal. It was smart because Tarasenko was replacing Havlat and PRV is replacing Marleau. And we got rid of a lot of money. 6 mil for Marleau, I believe 5 mil for Havlat, and we get 2 players that are going to help us in the long term, hopefully. And we just free a lot of cap space. I re-signed Mueller, our defenseman. He's really good. He has I believe 4.5 star green, 3.5, 4. I think 3.5, 4.5 star green. Really good player. Another good D that we have, young D. And that was about it. And we signed Damian Brunner to a 2-year deal. Tim Thomas to a 1 year. Then finally we traded Adam Burch before the season started to the Buffalo Sabres because he was making 1.2, I believe, and he wasn't. I didn't really want him on the third line, and then want him on the fourth line. I wanted someone a little bit better. That's why I signed Damian Brunner. So I didn't really see the point in having another grinder. I could have kept him, but I just wanted to get rid of him, and I traded for a third round pick. I wanted a second, but they didn't want it. I just want to get rid of it. I just want to free some cap space, and it was smart. We got a third round pick. At least you never know. You can find someone really good there. And that's about it in trade so far. And that's pretty much it. If you guys have any suggestions on what I should do, just comment below. Tell me if what I'm doing. This is also your team, so just tell me what players I should get in the minors. Maybe I should trade Pavelski because I was thinking about that. Just tell me what you guys think, and I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm hoping to do when FIFA 14 comes out. I'm hoping to do manager mode for that, even Ultimate Team. Another thing I'm gonna do is I'll do GM mode for NHL 14, maybe Ultimate Team, maybe live the life. And that's about it for now. Just comment below. Tell me your thoughts about this team. What's the weakest? What's the weak spots? What's the strong spots? And so remember to subscribe and just tell me your feedback. I'd love to hear what you guys think about the game too. If you guys think it's better than 13, just anything about the game would help. Just start up a conversation. That's about it. We only played 2 games in, so hopefully we have 3 games next. We have against the Rangers, the Canucks, and the Sens. Hopefully we can win at least one of them. Maybe 2. Hopefully 2. I'm looking for at least 2. That's the goal. 2. Even get like a shootout loss, overtime, or an OT loss would help just to get some points early on. And we just hope from there. Let's take it from there. Thank you guys.